To replace the battery wire on Bob Pro, you'll need a new battery wire and a Phillips head screwdriver. Power off Bob before starting your repair. Press the bumper in while holding down the cover button. After 5 seconds, Bob will beep, and the cover light will turn off when released. Next, remove the dustbin. Grasp the tab on the back of Bob and slide the dustbin out. Then, flip Bob upside down so the wheels are facing up. Remove the 6 large screws from the underside of Bob. Keep all screws and parts removed from Bob safely aside for later reassembly. Next, remove the 2 small screws that hold Bob's side casing. Pull to detach each piece, using a flathead screwdriver for leverage if necessary. Next, pinch the tabs on the battery inward, and then lift it out. Unplug the battery by pulling at the circuit junction. Carefully flip Bob onto his wheels and lift the cover to expose the mainboard. Then, disconnect the circuit plug connecting the cover to the mainboard. For greater visibility, this repair is shown with the mainboard removed. You do not need to remove the mainboard for this repair. Simply detach the 3 circuit plugs on the right edge of the mainboard. Then, remove the 4 screws holding the mainboard down on Bob. Gently lift the mainboard to see where the wiring feeds into the battery compartment. Feed the wiring out of the battery compartment. Then, place your new wiring through the opening. Ensure the smaller end stays outside of the battery compartment. Next, align the mainboard with the screw posts on Bob, and replace all 4 screws. When done, reconnect the 3 circuit plugs on the right edge of the mainboard. Remember to tuck the battery wiring under the hook inside Bob. Reconnect the cover's circuit plug to the mainboard. Lay the cover down so it's slightly below the bumper's top edge. The bumper should move when pressed in. Flip Bob upside down and replace the battery. Plug it in, then lower it into the battery compartment. Push down until it locks onto Bob. Next, install all 6 large screws on Bob's underside. Align the side casing pieces with the screw holes on Bob's underside. Then, flip Bob onto his wheels and snap the pieces onto Bob's sides. Next, install the 2 small screws removed previously. Then, flip Bob onto his wheels and slide the dustbin back in place. Press and hold the cover button for 3 seconds to turn Bob back on. And congratulations! You've just replaced Bob Pro's battery wiring. Happy sweeping!